What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're doing something a little bit different, talking about bass fishing on a budget. I'm going to give you 8 lures that are worth the money, that are cheap compared to everything else. Thanks everyone for watching. And if you're new to this channel is all about bass fishing tackle. We do a lot of unboxing, a lot of the new release stuff, a lot of stuff from Japan, all kinds of stuff about bass fishing tackle. And I had this idea to do something about budget bass fishing. I'm like everyone else. I see how much everything has gone up in the fishing world, or just in the world in general. I mean, inflation's killing us. Grocery store is painful. But the same thing is happening in bass fishing. So I started off with this idea, I should maybe pick some baits that are $5-6. I was shocked. Some of these baits that I'm going to show you, I haven't purchased in a while, and really I had to kind of change this and pivot to under $8, which is crazy to think. Some of these baits that I'm going to mention, they're under $8, and there's not a lot of them. Some categories I could not find a single quality bait that I use that's under $8. So here we go. We're going to run through them. So starting off is plastics. I mean, you can find a lot of bags of worms under $8, obviously, but I still think anything Zoom is a better value. They've always been really kind of inexpensive. I remember, $2.99, $3.99 for a pack of baits. Now it's more like $5, $5.19, those sort of prices, but still a very good bargain for the money. You got the Zoom Trick Worm, Super Fluke, Brush Hog. I mean, these baits have been around forever and ever, but they still catch fish. Still a pretty good value, again, comparing it to everything else. The next category was really hard for me to finding a good chatterbait under $8. Any kind of vibrating jig, really. But the one that I do use is a Bass Pro Shops and Z-Man. It's called the Chatter Bomb. It's a collaboration between the two, or a licensing agreement, whatever you want to call it. But it's a good chatterbait. I mean, it's got good skirts, it's got the eye on it, it's a little bit different. Even on the blade, it says the original chatterbait. So it is a Z-Man, official Z-Man product, just only available at Bass Pro. It has a little bit different hook, a little bit different keeper, just a little bit different look overall. It's not as good as a jackhammer. I was gonna include the Chatterbait Evo, which I really, really like, but that's $10. So what really didn't fit in this video. But that's a good one as well if you wanna spend an extra $2. But I can't really complain about the action and everything with the Chatter Bomb. But the problem is only available at Bass Pro Shops. Another one that I really struggled with was finding a good frog under $8, which is crazy to think, really. But the one that I have in my box that I use is the Booyah Pad Crasher. This is the Poppin' Pad Crasher in the Junior. It's around $7, so still kind of expensive for what it is. But I actually found this, look right here, I found it on clearance for $4.47. So that's another tip, is look for those clearance items. Look at, I got this at Academy. They have a lot of clearance items at all times. Seems like, there's always sales going on. That's another thing you can do. But $4.47, that's more like it. And this is a good frog, no matter if it's the Junior or the big one, it's the Poppin' or the regular. They're softer, so they don't tend to last as long, but that softer profile, you get really good hookups. So really no complaints with that. Booyah is a pretty good brand. It's not as good, honestly, as some of the more expensive frogs as far as durability, like I mentioned, but it's worth the price. And if you're looking for something that's still gonna be good enough and it's gonna catch fish, the Booyah, really all the Booyah stuff is pretty fair priced. For spinnerbaits, again, this was so hard to find a spinnerbait under $8. That's crazy. But the one that I do use and that I do like that's good is the tour grade spinnerbait from Strike King. Strike King is kind of known for, kind of not cheap stuff, but more affordable stuff. And they have really good products that are still cheaper than the other brands. But this is a good one, the tour grade spinnerbait, if you still throw a spinnerbait. I keep saying this, but it was really hard to find something in the lipless crankbait, or really the crankbait category in general, that was under $8, which just blows my mind, but I gotta get over that. So the one that does fit in there for the lipless is the Bill Lewis Rattle Trap. This is the original. It's not gonna be really fancy. It's the same general style and color that's been around forever and ever. But the reason it's been around for so long is because it works. So if you want to get one of these, they're about $8 now. I remember these being, $4 or $5, but that's just a sign of the times. For crankbaits, it's really hard to beat any of the Strike King XD series. I love the 6XD, but another one I really like is the 3XD right here. It's a great bait. And then for a really good bargain is $4, and this is the new generation of the bombers. It's the same old styles, the 5A, 7A, and they also have some of the Excalibur stuff in this lineup for $4, like the fat-free guppy. That was a great one when it was with Excalibur. So $4, you really can't complain about that price. I can complain though about the performance. They do work, but you have to tune them a little bit more. You know, old school with the pliers, doing the tuning of a crankbait, they're not as refined, and not all of them run true right out of the package, you know, like a higher price bait, you know, something like a Lucky Craft or a Spro or a Megabass. Any of those are a lot more fine-tuned, so you do have to work on some of them in my experience, but I haven't been fishing them long enough. I just noticed that with a couple that I've been casting. Next one, we're gonna talk about buzzbaits. I really like this one. This is the Jacob Wheeler Accent Buzzbait. It's $8. It comes with a skirt, but it also fits a toad perfectly because of that. You know, it's made for that. You know, that's really how I throw a buzzbait pretty much all the time now. I did have a question in another video I did, is if I actually cut those, you know, feet off of there on purpose, and I do. This is a power bait toad. I can't remember the name of it, but same with the horny toad. I actually cut that off of there. I just feel like it gets a more true action on there. But this is a great buzz bait, and it's a great time of year to throw a buzz bait. So there you go. There's 8 lures under $8. I really am going to continue to do videos like this because I think we need to do this. I mean, there's a lot of ways to save money. You don't have to buy everything out there. There are times when you can save money, but there's times when you need to spend more money on better quality products. But these are great items, and I'm going to do more videos like this, like I said. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I'd be happy to think about those, you know, give you my thoughts on different ways to save money in bass fishing. I will be doing one on saving money on fishing line. I'm going to do some more budget style reels. You know, I still love all the great stuff that costs a lot of money that's really high end, but you know, you gotta try it all. I mean, you can't get only that best stuff, so I will do some more videos like that, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.